In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the fixed point iteration method to find the root of a function. So before we proceed, I recommend that you make this table right here, just so that as we're working along the video, you can input the values much more easily. Or you can also download the Excel file that I shared in the description below. And this Excel file comes complete with all the workings already, but I still recommend that you follow through with this video to understand where we got those values from. So moving forward, let's look at our problem first, which is to find the root of this function here. Now here we're given the rearranged equation, which is the most crucial step for the fixed point iteration method. Now the rearranged equation is simply taking the equation above here, so the x squared minus 5x plus 6, and rearranging it such that it equals to x instead of 0. So what we did here is we took the x from negative 5, moved it to the other side, and so we moved a negative 5x to the other side, and we divided it by 5, right, to remove the 5 from the 5x. And this is where we got this equation here. Again, it's just simply making the equation so that it equals to x. And so once we've finished that, we can now move on to the iteration table, which is right here. And so here, xr refers to our first estimation of the root. Now in this case, let's just choose 1. However, towards the end of the video, I will show you why we can't choose any random initial guess per se, but in this case, 1 will work for now. Okay, so now let's do f of x, which is simply the evaluation of this function here using 1. So it's simply just 1 squared minus 5 times 1 plus 6. Okay, and g of x is simply the evaluation of this function here using 1. So it is 1 squared plus 6 divided by 5, like this. For now, let's leave the percent error alone. Okay, so let's move on to our second row of iterations, and here we have to input our second xr value. Now, in this case, it's no longer an initial guess, but our second xr value is the gx value from the previous row. So link it to that cell and press enter. From here, it gets quite easy. So we can just Control D. So copy this down to the second row, Control C, Control D, like this, and we can figure out the percent error, which is simply just the absolute value of the new root minus the old root divided by the old root, like this. Yes, okay. And so we find out the percent error, and from here, the rest of the work is very simple. We just have to highlight all of this and drag it down and copy it, Control D, or you can drag it down with your mouse. And that's it. That is basically the fixed point iteration method for you. And where is the root in this case? Well, in this case, the root is in this column here, which in this case, it's 1.99. Now, the actual answer for this problem is 2. So the actual root is 2. And the reason why we got 1.99 instead of 2 is because we didn't do enough iterations. So for example, if we did iterations until 100, for example, so let's just copy down this formula till here. Okay, right, in the 63rd iteration, we would figure out that the root of the function is 2. Now, before this, it becomes much more constant, right? So it doesn't really change anymore. So 1.999 to 1.999, eventually reaching 2. And so the more iterations you do, the more accurate your result will be. But in this case, I'm just trying to show you how to use the method. So when you're doing this for your homework or schoolwork, I do recommend that you do more iterations, up to 100. Okay, right, and looking back at the initial guess of 1 that I told you about previously, again, I mentioned that we can't choose any initial guess, any random initial guess, and this is what I mean. So we got lucky in the sense that 1 was a good initial guess, and let's try to use 4. If we used 4, we would never converge. We would never find any root of the function. And this is because what this tells us is there is no root in 4. So we cannot use 4 as an initial guess. So in this case, let's try to use 1.5. Okay, 1.5 would still converge, which in this case tells us that this could be an initial guess that we can use. Let's go back to our 1. And so this is why it's important first to drop the entire table and all the formulas, and then you can change the initial guesses to see if they actually make sense. Now, this is a quadratic equation, and so it has 2 roots. We figured out the first root of the function, which is 2. And what if we want to find the second root of the function, where this is where it gets a bit more complex. And in this case, you have to rearrange the equation again into a different format. And eventually, by doing so, if you redo the iteration table, you will find the second root. Because for now, if you change initial guesses like this, let's say 2.5 or 2.9, it will still iterate down to 2, right? It still goes to 2. Despite the fact that the second root of this function is actually 3. So in this case, what you have to do again is just to rearrange the equation in a different form and try this out again to find out the second root eventually. So that is it for this video. I do have some other videos on the different numerical methods, such as the false position, bisection, bracket, Newton-Raphson, and so on. So if you're interested, please check them out as well. Thank you for watching.